How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Lead Therapy, and thank you so very much for taking time for tuning into my video. The big news yesterday was the ATF's open letter to all FFLs concerning their determination of force reset triggers. And unfortunately, I couldn't make a video yesterday because I had so many different appointments, and there were so many videos put out about the subject yesterday, but I wanted to put out a video of my own and give my opinion on this letter. Before I go further into the video, if you enjoy this video, or if I gave you some information you didn't know, please take time to like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications. It helps the channel out and it's greatly appreciated. I'm going to put the letter up on the screen so you guys can follow along with me. ATF open letter to all federal firearm licensees. Forced reset triggers. March 22nd, 2022. The ATF recently examined devices commonly known as forced reset triggers, FRTs, and has determined that some of them are firearms and machine guns as defined in the National Firearms Act, NFA, and machine guns as defined in the Gun Control Act, GCA. These particular FRTs are being marketed as replacement triggers for AR-type firearms. Unlike traditional triggers and binary triggers, sometimes referred to generally as FRTs, the subject FRTs do not require shooters to pull and then subsequently release the trigger to fire a second shot. Instead, these FRTs utilize the firing cycle, eliminate the need for the shooter to release the trigger before a second shot is fired. By contrast, some aftermarket triggers have similar components, but also incorporate a disconnector or similar feature to ensure that the trigger must be released before a second shot may be fired and may not be machine guns. The next paragraph goes on to explain what they consider a machine gun, which we'll skip over that. ATF's examination found that some FRT devices allow a firearm to automatically expel more than one shot with a single continuous pull of the trigger. For this reason, ATF has concluded that FRTs that function in this way are a combination of parts designed and intended for use converting a weapon to a machine gun, and hence ATF has classified these devices as a machine gun as defined by the NFA and GCA. According to ATF's position, is that any FRT that allows a firearm to automatically expel more than one shot with a single continuous pull of the trigger is a machine gun, and is accordingly subject to the GCA prohibitions regarding the possession, transfer, and transport of machine guns. Based on ATF's determination that the FRTs that function as described above as machine guns under the NFA and GCA, ATF intends to take appropriate remedial action with respect to sellers and possessors of these devices. Current possessors of these devices are encouraged to contact ATF for further guidance how they may divest possession. If you are uncertain whether your device you possess is a machine gun as defined by the GCA and NFA, please contact your local ATF field office. You may consult the local ATF office's webpage for office contact information. George Lauder, Assistant Director, Enforcement Programs and Services. As we all know, ATF does not make laws. Congress does. And then for them to say that people need to turn these devices in, that they say they have determined that are machine guns, but they don't list which brand or company the device they're talking about. But then it goes on to say, if you are not sure which device should be turned in, to contact your local ATF office, and they will determine if it needs to be turned in or not. Hopefully anybody that owns any of these triggers is not stupid enough to contact their local office, because I can guarantee you, you will receive a visit. The reason the ATF continues to get away with crap like this is because we're allowing them to do so. Even though some in Congress have tried to put a stop to it, the ATF just continues to poke the bear. When is enough enough, people? Let me know your thoughts about the story in the comment section down below. And as I mentioned at the starting of the video, if you enjoyed the video, or if I gave you some information you didn't know, please take time to like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video.